All right, I'll intro the episode and we're cooking, bro.
All right. Let's
Feeling
get to
good?
it. I'm feeling good.
What is up, everybody? This is Aaron Haas with the Love Works podcast. This is a fire episode with a fresh guest that you have never met, and I just met today because he's staying in my apartment. Isn't that wild? So I'm Airbnb out my apartment right now, and my guy is here right now. He's got an awesome story that's gonna be awesome for you to check out, and bro, you're gonna want to hear it. So tune into this episode right now. Boom, I'm here with my man, Vernon Tucker.
What's good with you, man? What's good with you?
Dude, I'm pumped for this, bro.
I'm excited.
Tell me about yourself. Because I'm getting to know you with the audience right now.
I don't know where you want me to start from. I'm Vernon. As of yesterday, I signed a lease, so I'm a Mishawaka resident now.
Come on.
But I'm coming from Indianapolis. It just dawned on me that I've spent half my life in Indianapolis when it seemed like just yesterday I graduated from high school. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the area, but I went to River Forest High School. That's in Hobart. That's between like Lake Station, Gary, Maryville. They call it the region. Nice. But right after I graduated from high school, I moved to Indianapolis. I went down there for school. Me and my high school sweetheart, we went down there. Yeah. She went to IUPUI. I didn't get in the first year. I did my first year of prereqs at Ivy Tech, but I ended up going to UIndy. I ran track there. I went there for like 2-3 years or whatever, and then the typical story, went to school, then went to the workforce, came back, but I never got to finish. I am working on that.
Come on.
I am working on that. But that's, not too many people know about that, but it's out there now.
We getting it.
But that's something that has always been in the back of my mind to finish that. But went to the workforce. I started serving. You know what I mean? I started waiting tables. Okay. And I kind of fell in love with that. Like, it's quick, fast money, as well as I like interacting with people and talking and laughing. And so I tried that, and I worked the way up to bartending. Then I ended up going to like a warehouse, and that's where I met my wife now. I met her at work. I came here in 2007. She came here in 2009. So I started waiting tables, bartending and that, and then I got in a little legal trouble. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I feel comfortable with you. Like, I just met you. Yeah, man. I'm getting to know you guys. I'm trying to come out my shell. So I really don't talk about that. But you know what? We're about to get to know me.
Dude, let's hear it.
I'm about to just keep it all the way.
Keeping it a stack, bro.
Keep it a stack.
That's
there
all
you
good.
Go. Keep it a stack. I ended up getting in some trouble. I was still waiting tables and stuff. And my aunt said, well, why don't you get into a trade? Yeah. What's a trade? You know what I mean? Like,
what we trading?
Like what do you mean? And she's like the craft, because my mom and my aunt, they sell life insurance, so they deal with a lot of union people. Yeah. So that's what she was meaning by trade. So I was like, all right, well, I don't know. It's just like I'm a firm believer of what's meant to happen is going to happen. Yeah. And, you know what I mean, doors would just open, even though at the moment you may not realize it, but it'll set you up for whatever it is to come forward. So I ended up picking up a trade. I ended up calling Work One. Okay. That's like a job program. I'm not even sure what exactly they do, but I went in there. Something about me, I like to ask questions and stuff. Yeah. And I went in there and I was like, I'm trying to find a trade. I got in a little trouble, whatever. So it was kind of hard. Like, I knew I didn't want to stay in the serving industry for a long period of time, unless I was going to work my way up to like management. And I really, like, no disrespect, no shade to anything, but I just did not want to be a manager and coming home smelling like food. I remember like when I was younger, I used to work at McDonald's, and my barber used to always joke around. He's like, man, you smell like French fries. But then when you wait tables, you come home and you smell like whatever it is. Like you got to keep your apron in the trunk, and I just don't want to be no manager doing that. So I hopped into the trade. I mean, it wasn't even a trade. It was a certificate. What she was giving me a certificate for was welding. So I learned how to weld. I got my stick welding, vertical and horizontal.
Yeah.
And then I was waiting. I got my certificate for that. And one of my tapes said, well, why don't you join the union? Or what you gonna do with your welding certs? And I'm like, the union, like really didn't know what that was. Well, I live close to like the little hub area. If you're familiar with the Indianapolis area, I live by the airport. So I Googled union trades, and the first thing that popped up was ironworking.
Okay.
So I had a list on that day. I remember it was my off day. I had a list of different places I was gonna go. But ironworking was like the first one. So I went there. I asked a ton of questions. Are you guys taking applications? This, that, what do I need to do? And she's like, well, we're not taking any people right now. But if you come back, or we'll let you know, we'll start taking people like maybe like in the fall or at the beginning of the year. I think I probably applied like in August or something like that. And I was calling once a month, once a week. And then I kind of like forgot about it, went on vacation, came back. She was like, hey, we have a OSHA 10 class that we're offering this for the next 3 Saturdays.
Yeah.
You need to be here. Changed my schedule up, figured that out. So I joined at, what was I, like 25, 26? I joined the Ironworkers Union. So I was a union iron worker. I did that for like 9.5 years. But I remember when I came in, I seen these older guys like talk about they just had their hips replaced. This is their second hand surgery. I'm like,
no thanks.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna be in this very long. Oh no.
He said, I'm not
I
doing
knew right
that.
then. I think I did that 2014, 2015. And I'm like, I give this 10 to 15 years max.
Yeah.
And something about me, I'm a firm believer, like you could think it, you can do whatever, but as soon as you write it down or say it, it kind of makes it real.
Right.
And so I always had in the back of my mind that ironworking is good, it's fun, it's hard work, it is, but it's rewarding. It allowed me to understand about annuities, pensions, and you know what I mean? I call it tomorrow money. You know what I mean? Like kind of like a 401k, but they're putting it away for you. So I learned that. And I don't know. I always I'm not going to say complacent, but like I get bored or wore out quickly sometimes if I don't feel like I'm being challenged. And I don't know. I just knew I didn't want to carry no tools forever.
Yeah.
So I was working my way up to, then I went back to school and I was going to get my project management certificate.
Okay.
So I was doing that and I didn't finish. I think I had one class left and I ended up just finishing working, and I seen some guys on the roof at another job that I was doing. I was on a hospital job and I asked, what exactly is it that you do? You know what I mean? Like, I know that you're the safety guy and I see everyone talking to you, but whenever you get a time, I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna pick your brain. Yeah. As you noticed when you were setting up.
Come on.
I like to ask questions.
You're a learner, man.
A closed mouth don't get fed, and if you don't ask, how are you supposed to know the answer?
That's good.
So I just asked a ton of questions, and he's like, believe it or not, I was a union worker. I think he said he did scaffolding or labor, and he said take every class that they offer you in the hall because it's free. Yeah. So I took all the free classes, and then he's like, don't wait for a company, do it on yourself. Go get your OSHA 510. What is OSHA 510? And it's what you need to be on a construction site as they're building. Yeah. You have your OSHA 10, that's for everyone. And then you got your OSHA 30, which is like more of like a foreman. Excuse me. It's like the OSHA standards for like a foreman. And then you got your OSHA 500, 510, 511. Got the 10. And I just sat on it for a little bit, and I wanted to take a risk, you know what I mean? So I got a call about a safety gig, and I said, you know what? I really want to try this out, you know what I mean? what's the worst can happen? As long as I pay my dues, I can always come back to the union. But I took a little venture and hopped in that. So I've been doing that for like 2 years.
Come on.
And you know what? I really like it.
That's what's up.
I just had my first son in October. And I remember growing up, like, I'm kind of hopping all over. So I'm going down the path of how did I got here as far as my job. But then whatever questions you may have,
Yeah, man.
We're going to come back to the childhood.
Yeah, so what did your childhood look like?
You know what I mean? I don't want to say it's like typical story, but like single parent. I have a little brother.
Who, like, was it just mom, just dad? Who was it?
It was mom.
Okay.
And then I had my little brother, and you know what I mean? Like she did very well. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna say she did the best she can. She did very well for a single parent with 2 boys. But then, you know what I mean? That she always instilled in us, like, that's why you want to get married, because you want to have a partner where you can be able to do things. My brother was like the more book smart. I was the athletic one, where I was always doing something. I had some type of activity going on. Yeah. And by being a single parent, you can't be at everything.
Right.
So she missed out on a lot of events, and I just remember that. So I remember, like, I kept
hurt in those moments.
You know what I mean? Of course, you'd be like, "Oh man, it's okay, I understand." But yeah, it does, because I know the times that she did show up to games, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows, like, when you got family or someone supporting you in the crowd, you show out a little bit more.
Yeah, you do.
You feel that sauce. You feel like Michael Jordan. That's how I felt every time.
I am Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah, and if you know my mom, like, oh, you know that she's in the building. She's yelling the name. It's like I got a whole section, and it's like just my family. So, you know what I mean? Due to all respect, you know what I mean? I understand she had to do what she had to do, but then, like, as you get older, it's like, I wish you were able to see these things, or I wish this. So I knew, I say that to say this, is that I knew I didn't want to be doing some hard labor job where, because when you do ironwork, you coming home tired.
Right.
Oh, you're burnt out. Now I'm just tired because of the driving and stuff, but now I'm about to move closer to work, where I'm not doing a lot of windshield time, but I want to be able to go to doctor's appointments. I want to be able to go to the games and go on field trips. I'm coming to all field trips.
Come on.
Oh, I'm chaperoning.
He said I'm chaperoning. And if they won't let me, I'm just going to meet them there.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be the, oh, yeah, I want to go with them. We're going to have snacks. We're going to have fun. Oh, yeah, we're going to walk outside the lines. But we're going to stay safe. So I got into the safety thing, and you know what I mean? I'm 2 years in, and really it's just been a blessing.
Yeah.
Like, I can't ask for anything better. Like, the way that it happened was so weird, but everything happens for a reason, because the route that I took was someone else was telling me something, and I took off with it. He told me about it like on a Tuesday. By that Friday, I was enrolled into the OSHA class. I took the class. I sat on it for a couple years until I got something that was comparison to the ironworkers. But I knew in order for me to take an event, you're going to have to take a loss. So that's a note to people. Like, if you want to take a risk on something, don't be afraid to fall or to take a step back, because one step back is going to shoot you 2 or 3 more if you really believe. If you're only doing it just for a come up or just for the moment, then it's not going to be genuine. But if you really feel it, like, I can really do this, then it's going to thrive. I started off as like kind of like a temp. It's like through third party. I did that for like 3-4 months with one company, and they kind of spooked me. Like, they just let me go because it really wasn't no valid reason. They said that I was getting aggressive with people, but then I'm like, how am I aggressive when I have all the gloves, all the glasses, everyone knows me? Like, so I don't know what that setup was about, but I went through that to meet another company that was third party that was only supposed to be for, I think they said it was for 90 days. I ended up spending 11 months with them. Jeez. And then they end up, not only did I spend 11 months with them, they offered me a full-time position twice. They offered me one in Detroit. I just had a son. I really don't want to go. Right. Then they offered me this one in New Carlisle. And I'm like, this kind of reminds me of something of taking that risk.
Yeah.
Well, what else am I going to do? Am I going to go back to ironworking, or am I going to settle for something else? Here these people are trying to offer you a full position, and it's what you asked for. That's another fear that people have. You pray and you ask for something, and then you get it, and it may not be bowled up like you want, but it's exactly what you want.
Exactly.
And you just got to mold it. And it's like, oh, no, I'm not ready. Well, you asked for it, so you got to be ready. So I was ready to take the risk of jumping onto another company, potentially being on the road. Well, my wife works from home. I got a newborn. Why don't we just move down here? First, I was going to do a place and just rent back and forth. Let's move down here, be comfortable, set up shop here. And then that way, it's exactly what I asked for. I wanted to be less stress, less window time. Even though he's only 7 months, I enjoy watching him go to sleep.
Yeah.
I enjoy like being home at a reasonable time after coming home from work. But if you hustling, grinding, doing something else, then like I also do photography. I have a clothing brand. I want to hop back into this podcast thing.
Come on, man.
You got to have more time for that.
Tell them about your clothing brand. So tell them the name of it. Hype it up, man.
Okay, well, yeah. We're going to give a huge shout out to FAME Apparel. I started that while taking my first adventure out to the safety. I was making good money, and I'm like, why not invest into myself? So if you don't mind passing me that card.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm going to show you guys my card. It's FAME Apparel, which stands for all my efforts. And the way that I came up with that is just like pretty much everything that I was saying, everything that you go through or anything that you want to try, it's going to be you want to make sure that you put all your efforts into it, because if you just half-ass doing it, then that's what you're going to get. You put 50% in, you're going to get whatever you put into it. So jumping off the porch as far as going into the safety thing, I put all my effort into it. You know what I mean? Moving up here or starting a new career and even starting a new clothing brand. I put all my effort into it because it's something that I really believe in, as well as I feel like it's something positive. You know what I mean? It could mean anything, but I try to be as positive as possible. I try to motivate people because I want the same for me, even though you may not. But yeah, that's my clothing brand.
Come on, man.
It's FAME Apparel. So I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, as well as on Facebook. Still working on all those platforms.
Check them out, man. Check them out.
Yeah, check me out. I also got a photography business as well, and it's the same thing. It's FAME Photography. It's FAME Photography is the slogan for that Instagram page. So I have an Instagram page for It's Photography. That's my photography page. And then I have a FAME Apparel page for my clothing. I got a website, which is fameapparel.net. I got shirts on there. I got hoodies. I got bucket hats. I got shorts.
Come on.
I'm working on like a summer fall collection right now. It's kind of shorts with the jacket type setup. I got hoodies.
Come on.
I'm just trying to make it work. You know what I mean? I'm just enjoying myself, having fun, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So you mentioned that you have you've had the ups and downs in life. And
to me, you know what I mean? I've had some up and downs, but to someone else, it's like, bro, you're
blessed.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
Blessed. 100%.
Oh yeah.
You mentioned even being in trouble with the law some.
Oh,
so
yeah.
what is that like? Tell me about that some.
All right. Well, you know what I mean? We keep it in the stack, right?
Keeping it in the stack.
Well, when I first moved to Indianapolis, I was a speed demon. Not even before I moved to when I got my license. You know what I mean? But I've been driving. I've been driving since I was like 12.
Right.
And so I already knew how to drive around, you know what I mean, get around and stuff. But I don't know, I figured when I was young, you get tickets and stuff and you pay them off, they go away. Right. Well, they go off your record and stuff, but you still got a tally on there of your record. So I got in trouble with that, as well as also, bro, I used to work at a prison.
Okay.
I worked at a prison. And if you know anything about that, I was bringing stuff in. I ended up getting in trouble. I thought it would be like, oh yeah, you get suspended for a couple days, or you might just get fired or whatever. No, you dealing with inmates. This is like prison, state, federal, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I end up getting charged for like a drug trafficking as well as possession. So I'm like, not at the time. I really didn't think nothing much of it, but that stopped a lot of jobs, bro. Like I've never been scared of work, so I was like, well, fuck it. I got let go from that job. I still had a serving job. I always kept 1, 2, maybe even 3 jobs, just because I like doing things.
Yeah.
So I had a backup job, but I'm like, all right, now I'm trying to get into. I tried to get into Enterprise. They weren't going. I tried to get into FedEx. They weren't going. And these places, they run background checks. I get all the way through the interview, first interview, second interview.
You're doing great.
Oh, yeah.
No.
And then
Which is crazy, because I'm like, why are we eliminating great workers even though they might have done something that
they judge you off that paper? Oh, yeah. They whatever come up on that record. And truth be told,
so what did that do to your emotions?
Oh, it broke me, because I'm like, now I'm going to be stuck doing this serving thing, or I'm going to have to do jobs like warehouses, anywhere that don't require a full background check. Like, far as me trying to get in the post office, no go. Far as me trying to get into like enterprises or trying to work my way up to an office area or something was a no-go. So I've never been afraid of work, and
now you're creating things. They're gonna outlive you. And so you're winning, bro.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna outperform people that didn't even like have the faith to step out of an enterprise job.
Oh yeah,
so you're doing big things, man.
And sometimes you go through things to teach you things. Like every L is not a loss; it's a lesson. So
that's good.
I had to bump my head a couple times, and then you got to sit down, and when something happens, you got to learn something from it. So what did I do wrong in that situation, and how can I improve myself in that situation, and what can I do different? You can't sit there and just sit on and dwell on the bad things that's going on. So hell, I just got back to it. I started waiting, and then I got into bartending. Then I remember I was.
Are you a good bartender? Or are you making ass drinks?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
And like I don't know if I'm not that good now, because I don't be making that many drinks. But when I was bartending, like, oh yeah, I'm definitely, to be honest, that ain't my liquor. That ain't my shit. So when you come up, oh, you're gonna if you up there, you're leaving well.
You're leaving.
Oh, you're leaving good. Especially if you come during the day or you drinking a beer, I'm filling you up. I might charge you for one, but every time I see that thing get low, I'm coming, because I was such a good server, because I look at each customer as if I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
I'm spending my money to come kick it with you, chill with you. So I don't want to have to ask you, fill my cup up. If you see it go down, or if you put it down and I drink it fast, bring me 2 of them, and every time you see it get half, you bring me another one until I say stop.
Yeah.
As well as I want you to check on me, make sure that I feel good. Let me feel welcome. So I kind of did the drinks like that. You know what I mean? When I come, I don't want to spend no fucking $7, $8, $9 of all mixer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to mix.
Oh no, we doing long pours. We like, oh.
He said you got a glass of tequila.
Oh yeah. How much is that? We're gonna charge you a shot, but you're gonna have a double. You know what I mean? We gonna get you right, and I'm taking some shots with you.
Come on.
Drink focus. That's what we used to say. Drink focus. That means everybody come on, we get your cup, boom, boom. We're getting toasted on the clock. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you.
He just said that nobody paid for it.
Oh no, we're going through bottles. Oh man, we had a broken bottle, or we making up something. But oh yeah, you're leaving good. Especially depending on what cruise there.
That's so good.
Oh yeah,
I need you to be my bartender.
Oh yeah,
bro.
you're leaving good. Like,
we're gonna have a great time.
I'm not charging you for every drink, and like I've bartended and served for many years, so you learn a lot of loopholes.
I believe it.
And I had a good time. To be honest, I would do it again. But serving ain't for. I don't know. I wouldn't do it though.
You wouldn't do it again?
No, it's a lot of risks in it. Like you just think about warehouse. To me, these is my analogy. Don't get mad at me. Warehouses, restaurants, anywhere where you close facility with people, and it's like your second home. That shit can get you in trouble.
Right.
Different females, different guys. Especially like at a restaurant, you can get. You know what I mean? You do whatever. You drinking, you eating, like you guys go out afterwards. So I would be fucked up all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So now that I'm trying to be a family man, I'm trying to grow up and stuff. I don't want to come home toasted like that. Like I really don't like drinking too much until he's asleep because I just want to make sure that I don't it kind of brings me back to the childhood thing. I don't want to miss a moment. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like, oh, I was so tore up that I could. No, I want to remember when he's crying. And if he's crying, I want to be able to go back and soothe him and be alert. So I don't know. I love it. I love what I do now.
You love being a father too.
Oh man, it's something that I've always dreamed of. Backstory, my dad wasn't in my life. I knew of him, but he didn't come around very much. And then I got to an age where, you know what I mean, I don't even care no more. You know what I mean? My mom was like my mom and my dad. And you know what I mean? That she made me feel real good. But I'm also a firm believer that women can't teach a man how to be a man. You know what I mean? So I feel like it takes both of them. You need the wife to soften them up, to soothe them and stuff. And then you need the man to like, all right, this is what you need to do or buckle up or whatever the case is. Mom, you know what I mean? I'm saying that because I didn't have that. So
right.
I just love the new door. Like this is just, all this is new. Like this, open this door to, in the same year, I became a father and I jumped careers. I was in ironworking for like 9.5, 10 years. And then I just decided to go to a whole different career with really no backup plan. But if this fails, I'll go back to ironworking. But I'm not picking those tools up no more.
I'm not.
I made that up. I'm not. I still got them. I'm not afraid to put them on and do whatever. But once you step over to this, it's like, if you go back, what did you do? Like, you should really be making connections and networking and somehow moving around. And I must have shook the right hands. Like, just from the story that I told you, like, I shouldn't be here, bro.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be getting these type of doors open to me. Like, I went from being a third-party safety to I'm the safety supervisor over there.
Yeah.
I have an office. I have a company phone. I have a monitor. It's just crazy. I'm on emails. Like when they send emails, my name is at the bottom. That's crazy to me.
Come on, man.
That is crazy to me.
You're
like,
doing the stuff, man.
I'm really like still taking all that in, but it goes back to like what I was saying. When you ask for something, I don't want to work hard, but I want to still enjoy my fruits. I still want to make the money that I make, but I want to be able to have the freedom, and I'm getting it.
Come on.
And it's just so, it happens so fast.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, this is what you asked for. Man. And God don't give his strongest battles to the weak. You know what I mean? This door opened for a reason because this is what I've been training for. This is what I want. So it's time to step up. And I think I've been doing an excellent job. I bumped my head. I've had a couple losses, which is lessons, a couple L's, but I've learned from them. And here I am sitting with you, and like, I started a little podcast. I fell off, and it's like now
I'm you're back at it.
Yeah, come on and sit down and let's talk about it.
Come on.
That's the energy I was getting from you. Like, sit down, get comfortable, let's talk about it.
Then we'll just have
what's going on in there,
dude. So I've got a tradition on this podcast where I open it up for my guest to ask me any question, uncut, unfiltered. What's your question for me?
I don't know. I've asked a lot of questions already.
Yeah, dude. We were chatting it up earlier, man. We were chatting it up. Everything.
You only get one?
I mean, you can have as many questions as you want, man.
Well, I'm not sure what, you know what I mean, the kind of lineup question that you I don't know, but I got a question for you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Where you see this going?
Dude.
What do you see?
Come on, man.
What's behind your eyelid?
Come on.
Eyelids.
Yeah. Dude, you worded that question perfectly too. I see this going up to the top, bro. I think we'll be up there with people like Joe Rogan, Theo Von. I think we'll be just talking with some really awesome people.
You like Joe Rogan, don't you?
I think Joe Rogan, he's at the top of the chain of podcasters.
Is he?
Yeah, he's up there.
I only see shorts.
Yeah.
Something that you was telling me about today.
Exactly.
I've only seen shorts and little reels of him, but I've never watched his podcast. But I know he be on there cracking up, talking like, but he's one of the top. So you see yourself up there.
I think we'll get there. I also think we'll be like, I'm a big time believer in like, dude, let's love people. So my name of my podcast is Love Work. So it's like, let me actually see people exactly where they're at and say, hey, guess what? You're still worth it. I want to hear your story too. So I'll have people from all types of lives on. And so like, I see this being a catalyst for other people's freedom. I also see it being like, dude, it's fun, bro. It's fun just chatting it up with people like you. It's fun, like watching this thing grow. And like, how awesome would it be if I do get to that top level with people like Joe Rogan? Win, exactly. Win, exactly. Come on, man. I like the way you're thinking.
When you get up there?
When I get up there, like, dude, I'm going to be able to have conversations with him. I'm going to be able to have conversations with the top 5 podcasters. I'll be going to these, like, even award shows. Conferences and stuff. And I'll be able to sit at the table with some really cool people that, one, will teach me, and 2, are going to be just, dude, it's going to be chill. Like, I'm going to be like, yo, tell me how you got here. I'll tell you about how I got here. Let's actually get on a pod together, bro. Let's do something, you know? And so you're collabing and creating more of a build-up. It's pretty great.
Now, I know this is your platform, so I'm not sure if you told your people or not, but how did you get here?
Yeah. I got here.
Have you told them before?
I told them a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
So, actually, as we record this, I had an episode released today, kind of emphasizing some of it. But yeah, dude, it's just a lot of hustle, a lot of like, you're at a regular job that you're like, man, I don't love this job, but it's gonna help me pay the bills for now. And I have a passion. Let me run with that passion. Started running with it, started building it up. I started falling in love with it. And dude, here we are. And we're making things happen. I'm doing this full time now.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Like, I was telling before we started, like, man, I don't even know you, but I'm proud of you. I am proud of you.
Thank you, man.
I'm happy for you. Like, I can see you being as bright as these lights.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Bro,
these lights are bright.
Yeah, you got some big things coming because of the aura that you have around you and the vision that you have. Like, even though you're setting it up, it's like, take your time. And he's like, no, I wanted this. Like, you were trying to perfect it because you have a vision in your head that you're trying to set up. And that's how it starts.
Yep.
And it's your job to take what you see in the sky and put it together. And bro, this is coming together. Like,
it's coming together, man.
And that's kind of like what I see with this clothing brand and kind of anything that I put my hands to is that I really believe, like my clothing brand, I really believe that this is going to be like
number 1.
Yeah. Or just names. Like, people are going to know it.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
FAME Apparel.
There's this clothing brand called Melly in Indianapolis. It's like, it's in the city, it's downtown. And you know what I mean? I've done maybe 1 or 2 pop-up shops with them. They have this thing called First Friday where, you know, they have vendors come out. They got music. Yeah. They have like this little storefront so you can come in there and, man, it's just 2 like cousins. And you know what I mean? I've seen them around, but when I start seeing them on, they got the Indy 500 sponsor. Yeah. They got a Pacer sponsor. They have Pacer players, rap artists wearing their clothing. I'm like, I just shook hands with these dudes. Like, they're regular people, but they had a vision. They chased after it. They put it together, and like they're doing big things. And that's how you said Jeff Rogan and all. Like, that's who I have connections with, but of course I see it bigger, but I see this shit going like worldwide. Like,
Go bring it worldwide.
oh
man.
yeah, it's going worldwide. Like,
Go on tour to like China and see everybody in China wearing your clothes, man.
man,
Yeah.
little sneak peek, spoiler alert or whatever. Like, I started this clothing brand at my last job. Now at this new job, my goal is, since I'm so close to Notre Dame, I really want to try to get a Sprinter van. And I want to turn the Sprinter van into like a mobile store. I did like a lot of windshield time, meaning I drove back and forth to different jobs a lot. So I self-taught myself a lot of things off of YouTube University.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like, that shit is real powerful. And then my aunt's been saying TikTok University. But you can learn a lot of stuff off, you know what I mean? Off these kids, offline. So I seen these two brothers or cousins or whatever, and that's what they did. They would get a Sprinter van and they would fill up, and then they would just go to different tours, like you said, and just sell out. So I kind of bit off that. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to recreate the wheel, but I bit off that, and I think I want to try to get a Sprinter van and probably wrap it and turn it into like a mobile store. Pull up to a tailgate, pull up to a high school football game or wherever, and like as soon as you see that FAME van, like people won't get hyped, like, oh, that's them.
Yeah.
Like, I really see that. How far? I'm not sure, because that's how far I see it going.
Come on.
You know what I mean? I can't even see it. So
man, that's awesome.
Sky's the limit, bro.
I love it so
Sky's
much.
the limit.
So like as we wrap this thing out, what are some closing thoughts that you have for the people? Like, if you could teach them something, or this is the thing that you want to leave them with, what would it be?
Believe in yourself. Don't be afraid to take risks. Just because you fall or fail at something doesn't mean that you're not good at it or you're not going to perfect it. Be prepared to make mistakes. You know what I mean? I kind of enjoy making mistakes and bumping my head because it teaches you a lesson.
Yeah.
And then you come out of it better, as long as you're like patient and you take it in, like willing to understand, like, I made a mistake. This is what I'm going to do different, and it's going to be different because I believe in that.
Come on, man.
Believe in yourself.
I love it. I love it. Yo, this was an awesome episode with my man, Vernon Tucker. Come on, we rocking and rolling out here. And so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Instagram at LoveWorksMVT, TikTok, same thing, YouTube. Subscribe again, double subscribe, and share this episode with a friend. I love you a bunch. Peace out.